Hey guys, can you hear me? How are you doing? It's nice to see you today. We're gonna continue grinding for our third great one, Roe Deer, today. Nice to hear. Hello Space City, how are you, brother? Welcome to stream. Hello Mr. Warhawk, how are you? Thank you for joining. It's nice to see you again. Just give me a second, guys. I'm taking a look at everything here, making sure the audio is right. Frostbite, how are you? I'm doing very good. It's nice to see you once again. Let me know if everything is looking good, guys. Because as you can see, we have a new layout or a new overlay for the stream. So hopefully everything is working as it should. What do you think of the loading screen at the start? Did you like it? Savage, how are you, brother? Welcome to stream. Seriously Gaming, nice to see you once again. Papa Swanson, man, it's been a while. How are you? Happy to see you. Alright guys, we're gonna start by shooting some of this Roe Deer right here. It's gonna be a very chill day of grinding. Just continuing trying to get our third grade one. Alright, not super accurate at the beginning, but we still managed to drop 2. And unfortunately, we missed that one. As you can see, we're more than 2,700 kills into a grind. We are approaching 3,000. And it's been, I think, 700 kills since the second grade one. Some nice hits. Leshibe, welcome, how are you? 6 great on follow grind for me, that's crazy. Been killing it, eh? Nice hit. Okay, we're gonna fast travel to his tent. Finish my semester of classes, that's nice to hear, Papa Swanson. So you've been busy, I see. But it's very nice to see you once again. I started my no herd management mule deer grind on ASCII Ridge and it's going good. Got 2 diamonds, 3 rares and 1 troll. Nice to hear, Frostbite. Seems like you are having an amazing start. Great to hear you are doing good, Savage. LS Gaming, how are you, brother? Welcome to the stream. Pretty sure we killed another Roe Deer right here. Just looking for the body. It is over there. Leviathan, how are you? Thank you for joining the stream. It is time for another big stream. Hopefully we'll manage to spawn a great one this time. I think it is time. Nice to hear you liked the last Discord competition, Mr. Warhawk. I think it was a very fun competition and congratulations because, yeah, you got the first place, I remember. Killing Dreams, welcome. How are you? Just grinding some Roe Deer right here. We should have... Ooh, that is 6 bucks on that zone. Plus a... No, that is also a buck. 7 bucks on the same zone, not too bad. Alright, we're gonna try to kill at least 3 right here. Definitely not with a bow. There is 1, 2. We hit that one, not great though. There is 3. So another 3 kills, but I wanna carry 4th one. That'll do it. Just give me a second, guys. Gonna adjust something. Because you can see, like, at the bottom left of the stream, the chat is supposed to be updating, but it isn't updating at the moment, I'm noticing. So I'm just gonna remove it entirely. Because it should be updating, but for some reason it isn't working properly. Just give me a second. Well, it's not getting removed, so I guess it's gonna stay there. Yeah, I guess it's gonna stay there. Never mind. Not a big deal. Okay, there's another bug behind us, which I assume is a respawn. Yeah, look at that guy. Another kill. Thank you, Leviathan. Nice to see you here. Hello, William. Welcome to the stream. Hold up, this one wasn't here the last time. Pretty sure it is a pair with that female, so we're also gonna kill it. Are you looking for any specific grade 1 4 Pro, or just for the multi-mount? I'm looking for the multi-mount, Papa Swanson, but preferably a multi-mount with 3 different 4 types, you know? So far we have gotten the Mistbound. Was it a Mistbound? Yeah, I think it is the Mistbound. Then we got the other that I forgot the name. So yeah, we're looking for a 4 that is different to the ones we have, but nothing in particular. As long as it is different, I'll be happy, you know? 3 more bucks over there. Big Rocky Muscle, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining us, how are you? You need to take the next grade on Roe Deer with an air rifle. That would be cool, honestly. I don't think I've ever used an air rifle on a grade 1. So that would be interesting. Right, Papa Swanson? Yeah, having a multi-mount with 3 grade 1s, that would be sick. And even if one of them is a repeat, I wouldn't mind it. As long as we have the 3 grade 1s on a multi-mount, won't complain. So 3 Robux over there. Let's see. They are like 300 meters out. Three easy kills. Glad to hear, Big Rocky Muscle. It's nice to see you on another stream. To be frank, there isn't really bad combo. I completely agree, Mr. Warhawk. I think every single of the 4 types for the Roe Deer is very cool. So let me know in the comments, guys, what is your favorite 4 type for the grade 1 Roe Deer? My favorite 4 type is, I would say, I think it's the... Oh, Mistbound. Yeah. Or the Wildfire. I really like the Wildfire as well. How's the Mule Deer Grind on Parque? Is it working out well? Yeah, Papa Swanson. The Mule Deer Grind on Parque Fernando is working out very, very well so far. You know, I grinded them, I think, a couple days ago, and the response are being very, very consistent. Which was my main concern, because we are currently grinding with only solos on a single lake, and so far, the response keep happening on that same lake, which is what we wanted. Gonna reset the time right here. It's very likely we'll get a teaser trailer for the new map next Tuesday. Yeah? Yeah, as we approach June, as we approach that time of the year, the teaser for the new map is getting more and more likely every week. So yeah, could happen next Tuesday or next Friday maybe, because sometimes they also reveal things on Friday. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it happens very soon. Assuming the map will be released on late June, which I would say is likely. Hello Landon, how are you? Thank you for joining the stream. Did you herd manage your Roe Deer? I haven't herd managed my Roe Deer. Not really, because, you know, I did some swapping. Swap some solo females from here for some males on the other lakes. But apart from that, I really haven't touched the other lakes. I have barely killed any bugs outside of this lake, I mean. My guess is June 16th for the release. Could be. Could be, Spacery. My guess is it's gonna happen after the 20th. I hate how I haven't paid much attention to the Roe Deer Grind. I don't know like anything about it. Yeah, and that seems to be the case for a lot of people, Leviathan. Not a lot of people are really excited about the Roe Deer being the new great one. So that's totally normal. You got stuck on an ad, Leviathan? That's funny. Alright, there we got our response. 4 new bugs. Close to a 12 for my birthday. That would be a really nice gift, Papa Svanson. Imagine getting Africa 2.0 as your birthday gift. 3 more kills. We also managed to hit that one, and it's going down. Perfect. What mule deer combo do you want? I would say I forgot the name of the 4 type, but it's the one that looks like a galaxy. So yeah, that 4 type plus the big rack. The one that scores, I think, above 600 or above 500. The non-typical rack. What do you hope the new map is? Personally, I would hope the new map is Africa 2.0, you know? You know, Africa 2.0 is, I would say, the most requested map by the community. And there's a chance we'll get it this time, but what I think it's gonna be is honestly another Asian map. Somewhere on Asia. Which I still think could be very cool. Like, there are plenty of species on Asia that we haven't seen so far. The Galaxy one is Milky Way, yeah. Yeah, the Milky Way. So my dream combo would be the Milky Way 4 plus the non-typical rack. Which is the highest scoring rack, I believe. Let's see if we already got a response. There's a level 1 bug right there. Alright. Another kill. Do you know the reason behind them always releasing updates on Tuesday? Oh, that is a good question, and I know there's a reason. I know there's a reason why they do that. Like, most companies tend to release their things on Tuesday, but I don't remember the exact reason, to be honest. I forgot. I feel Africa because they just gave us that massive 500 for the newest pack. That's my guess. That's a good reason to think the new map is actually gonna be Africa. But, I mean, if you see the performance of the new 500, it's honestly disappointing. Like, it is supposedly stronger than the 300 and the 375, but when you compare the actual performance, in terms of penetration especially, the difference is barely noticeable, if there's actually any difference. Like, one of the content creators was testing or was comparing them both, and in some instances the 300 performed even better than the 500. So yeah, it's a bit underwhelming performance wise. Hello Brian, welcome to the stream. How are you? Oh, don't worry about that, Leviathan. My favorite great one from the ones I've gotten, I would say the Red Deer I got on Hirschfelden is still my favorite great one. But overall, I would say the Great One Moose. Yeah, the Great One Moose is my favorite Great One overall. I think they have some sick racks and sick fur types. We're just gonna wait a bit for their response to happen because we haven't gotten a single response so far. Look, we're actually gonna go to a main menu right here. Jacob, thank you for joining the stream. How are you? Glad to hear, Brian. I'm also doing very good. Having some fun here with you guys. It's always fun to be able to chat with you for a bit. I expect they will do Africa 2.0 in June 2027 for the 10-year anniversary map. Honestly, that would be an amazing map for the 10-year anniversary. And yeah, I think if it doesn't happen this time, it's likely to happen next year. Because that thing is gonna give them a lot of money, It's really gonna sell well. Give me a second. Hello William, the stream already started. Yeah, maybe try updating, refreshing the page. That is 3 more kills. That is a solo though. They made the Great One Moose clean. Absolutely, Papa Swanson. The Great One Moose is very, very cool looking. No surprise, there is the favorite for a lot of people. You still have the loading screen. Liam, damn. Yeah, try refreshing the page because it doesn't make sense. $2506 on top. Yeah, the 2506 is a very nice weapon for sure. It's close to the Frost, but man, I would still prefer the Frost. There is a doe right there. Predictions for the next Great One. Will it be a new species or an existing one? That's hard to know, Red Cobra, but based off the last Great One releases, I would say it's probably an existing species. Hopefully something like, Roosevelt elk could be cool. Rocky Mountain elk. Those could be very nice options. Maybe blacktail. But of course, if they decide to make a new species this time, I would say it could still be great for the sales for the new map, It would help the new map do better. No response right here. Crocodile or Gator? Crocodile Great One could be nice as well. Super easy grind. Another respawn, another level 1. Plus a pair. Pretty sure that is also a pair. Where's this guy? We're gonna try to kill both the male and the female. Nice hits. Hello, Kaiju Defeater. How are you, brother? Yeah, a Blacktail rework is really needed. And if they decide to make a Great One Blacktail, they have to remaster them, that's for sure, because right now they look terrible. Let's put them that way. King Crab, nice to see you, man. How are you? I have tons of map concepts that I've made. That sounds interesting, Big Rocky Muscle. What kind of concepts have you made? Are you shooting the level 1s? Yeah, I'm shooting the level 1s because right now we don't care about herd management. We're only grinding this lake. So yeah, so whatever spawns on this lake, we're gonna shoot it. Doesn't matter the size. I would love an Arizona map. Yeah, Arizona could be nice. Texas could be amazing. Texas ranch map. With many exotic species. No response right here, that's interesting. Yep, not a single respawn right here. We're gonna go back to this tent. Hey Crab, thank you for remaining a member of the Pro Clan for 7 months. It's been a long time. Damn, 7 months already. Less months than Hell has hacked trophies. Oh, that's for sure. Yeah, you would have to get to like 200 months or something like that. But I appreciate the support, brother. Really, really appreciate it. Okay, so apparently we finally got some respawns right here. That is 1, 2, 3. 3 easy kills. I do like the Blacktail Deer Melanistic a lot. Yeah, the Melanistics are nice for the Blacktail. You know, I really like that they aren't completely black. They are like dark gray. Yeah, it's a very nice looking Melanistic. And yeah, completely agree. The Grizzly Bears really need a rework. They look really derpy at the moment. If they rework the Grizzly Bears, they need to make them to be able to go aggressive or charge you. I mean, they are able to go aggressive, Leviathan, but you have to be super close to them. If you get to like 20 meters away from them, there's a chance they will go aggressive on you, but they only charge you for a second. They hit you and then they flee. Do you have a video of your Great One Red Deer on Hirschfelden? Yeah, I do. It is... I think you have to go back to the videos on 2022. You'll probably find it there. Okay, finally getting some response over that side. Nothing huge, but it is something. Yeah, maybe if you search, you know, on YouTube, Great One Red Deer on Hirschfelden by ProXK, he'll probably appear. Because it's an old video. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice hit right there. Not bad at all. Yeah, the grizzly bears are absolutely terrible. They are one of the worst morals in the game. But I still like them, I'm not gonna lie. You know, they are still fun to hunt. Really like the new morals. Or I mean, really like the rares for them. Especially the melanistic, which I still haven't managed to obtain. That's probably pair. Let's see. 1, 2. We missed that one. Bro. He's escaping. Where did it go? Yeah, he escaped. Many of the African species need to be remastered. I'm sure Expansive Worlds is aware. Absolutely, Red Cobra. You know, there's obviously not a single animal in Borjonga Savannah that looks good. Maybe only the Cape Buffalo is acceptable, but the rest of them, especially the jackal, starting with the jackal, they look lame. And Mr. Warhawk is gonna hate me by saying this, but damn, the Warhawks are just sad. Ooh, look at how many bugs there are on that zone. There are, I say females, so there are 5 bugs. Really wondering how long it's gonna take us to spawn this great one, huh? The first one took us, I think, almost 400 kills. Then the second one took us nearly 1,000 or a bit more than 1,000. Yeah, the second one took us like 1,600. So for the third one, I'm hoping that it's gonna take us less than 1,000. Hopefully. How are the moose more aggressive than bear on Remontuli Coast? Very good question, Papa Swanson. There are many things about this game that keep me up at night, you know? One of them, why in the world do the lynx spook the bears? Make that make sense. We're gonna shoot a few of these guys from the tripod right here. That's 1. Bro. That's 2. So we hit 2 right there plus another one earlier. And that is a female. Damn. We could have killed more. Right, Brian? The lynx are at least 10 times smaller than a brown bear, and the brown bears in real life are like one of the apex predators, or the apex predator on their habitat. So yeah, it doesn't make sense that a little cat is able to spook them. I have Greenland, Amazon, Hawaii, Florida, Zimbabwe, Texas. Oh, that's a lot of concepts, Big Rocky Muscle. You know, I'm curious to see what species you chose for each of them. Finland 2.0. Man, a second Finland map could be interesting, because Remontuli Coast is amazing. Argentina could be nice. Well, a second Argentina map because Parque Fernando is on Argentina. Just got a giant 85.89 time on Roe Deer on my grind. That's amazing, Mr. Warhawk. That's a giant indeed. By the way, guys, did you see the 274 Red Deer that was recently posted? Not sure if it was posted on my Discord or on the official, but someone got a 274.01 Red Deer. I think it is the second time I've ever seen one that big. You have no idea how rare it is to get one with such a high score. Yeah, because the community record on my Discord was 273 point something, but yeah, 274, that's insane. That's way rarer than a super rare. Yeah, Mr. Warhawk, I believe if it was posted on my Discord, it should be the new community record. Not sure if the actual person who got it posted it there though. I'll drop it. What is your community record for the whitetail deer? Frostbite, it depends on the map, but the max score for the whitetail I think is 275.54, I think. So yeah, that's the max score for them. And it depends on the map. Because we have community records for Layton Lake, for Revontuli Coast, for Mississippi, and for every single map that has whitetail. We're also gonna kill that buck. Neck shot. Nice neck shot. What about for fallow deer? Well, I know the community records for the fallow deer are close to a max score or max score for most maps. So yeah, you would have to go to the sheets we have where we display every single of the community records. You know, guys, if any of my moderators here can share the link to the community records, that would be very helpful, so people can take a look. Hey pro, I got a max score moss deer. Is there any chance of being a community record? I think the current record is already max score, Mr. Warhawk, but you know, in case there's a tie when it comes to score, the tiebreak or the first tiebreaker is the weight. So you would have to see if the weight is also max. Because if the weight is also max, the third tiebreaker is XP and cash obtained by the kill. If your kill has more XP and cash than the current record, then you take it. Thank you very much, Spaceria, and thank you very much, King Crab. If you click those links, guys, that is gonna lead you to the current community records on my Discord server. And if you have any kill that beats any of the current records, just go to my Discord, make sure to post the harvest screen of the record you wanna post, plus a picture of the harvest inside your trophy lodge displaying the date. That is the important thing. Just a picture of the trophy inside your trophy lodge showing the date on which you killed it. 2 more bucks over there. 2 level 1s. Let's see. That's gonna do it. 2 more kills. Not even sure of how many bugs we have killed today, but it's been like 50 already. Can't complain at all. I am the concept map guy. Yeah, Big Rocky Muscle. Have you been posting your concepts on the official? Because I'll take a look at them if you have been posting them on the official. Two more bucks. Are you see level 2? We missed a shot. Bro. Lost my breath right there and we couldn't be accurate. That was a good hit. Gonna try on that one as well. We missed. Alright. Thank you very much, Liam. It's nice to see you here, and it doesn't matter how many viewers we get, you know, as long as I can chat with you, that is the important thing, guys. You know, and I really wish I could stream more often. But yeah, being busy, also my voice hasn't been great. Although, with the current state of my voice, I would say we can definitely stream at least once a week. Having trouble opening the community records on mobile. Yeah, could be a mobile thing, which sucks. Yeah, we'll have to see to see if I can find any, or if I can change any setting that makes it more usable on mobile, because that's a big problem. We're gonna wait a bit for us to get the response. Gonna fast travel to East End. The Great One Fallout record for the Awaroa is insane. Right, Lechive? Yeah, the record for the Great Ones, I'm pretty sure they are all max score. At least for the Awaroa. Because the Red Deer was also max score. Then the Tar was maybe not max score, but also massive. But yeah, I remember the Fallout Deer was definitely max score. So the only way to beat it is by beating the weight. Or the XP and the cash. Three more kills right there. Nice. That would be great, Big Rocky Muscle. Would be nice to see all your concepts on my server for sure. Two more bucks. Not too bad. That female may be part of a pair. So just in case, we're also gonna kill it. Damn, she's running a lot. Bro. She went out of render. Alright. Yeah, if any of you wants to get a record, there are still a few records on some reserves that are very small, you know? So you can focus on those species, that would be nice. But of course, there are other records that are pretty much unbeatable at this point. For example, on Cuatro Colinas, if you pay attention to the Ibex, like some of those submissions are gigantic. I had no idea some of the Ibex could score that high. Damn, another bug right here. That was ridiculous. We face planted him. Yeah, Mr. Warhawk, you have to go for the current Warhawk record. Pretty sure it was Hells that has the current record for the Warhawk. It's a max score. You know, another record that is very impressive is the Reindeer. It was something like 465 plus, which is ridiculous. There are some max scores for some species that are way rarer than a super rare, guys. And for example, in the case of the Red Deer, which we were talking about earlier, the max score for the Red Deer, that's probably just as rare as a rare grade one. As a fabled, piebald grade 1 whitetail, I would say. Because there's only been 2 or 3 killed in years. Yeah, she did, Papa Sanson. She has multiple records as well, and they are definitely all hacked. The Dinosaur Corey record VCT, his was a level 4. It scored something like 205 or... No, what did it score? Yeah, I think it was 205 or 206, right, Spacery? Something ridiculous. Someone has to go and get the grade 1 Red Fox on Hirschfelden to get a record because no one has submitted one. Another kill. 204. I see. Still huge. Those... I'm pretty sure those 3 just respawned in front of us. Damn. Come on. Where's the other? Two kills right there. And this one is also gonna die very, very easily. That's all you, pro. Yeah, apparently I'll have to be the person that goes and gets a grade 1 Fox on Hirschfelden, and I don't wanna do that, to be honest. That would be a pain. You know, I wanna think someone, somewhere, already got a grade 1 Red Fox on Hirschfelden, but maybe they don't even use Discord. Because guys, if you know anybody that has a grade 1 Red Fox on Hirschfelden, tell them to go post it on my Discord so we can add it to our records. We're gonna go back to this tent. Speaking of fabled piebald, anyone in favor of a grade 1 whitetail update with fabled furs? Yeah, Red Cobra, I would say the whitetail really needs some furs for the grade ones. Hopefully whenever they get remastered, they'll also get some love. Because I'm pretty sure the whitetail are gonna get remastered at some point. It would be the second time they get remodeled. And I would say it's very needed, because they don't look good. 3 more bucks. Plus 4 more bucks over there. Can't complain. Getting some nice respawns. That's 2, 3, 4. Hopefully it's gonna die quickly, yeah. That one is alert. Nice neck shot. Where's the other? There was one running this way. He's gone. But yeah, we managed to kill 5 bugs. Yeah, whoever got a... If anyone already got a grade 1 Red Fox on Hirschfeld, then yeah, we definitely have to ask them if they are okay. Because they probably got some PTSD at this point. Yeah, Whitetail really needed an update. Also on the racks for sure. Yeah, especially the diamond racks. I don't think they look realistic at all. Yeah, Papa Swanson being on Hirschfelden for that long is definitely not healthy. Like, anybody that had to go through a 5,000 kill grind for the Red Fox on Hirschfelden, they, at this point, they probably developed some really serious PTSD. And they definitely have to get checked, because that's something that only an insane person would do. You know, and I may be insane to grind some things on Hirschfelden, but Red Fox is not one of those things. 2 more kills. Now I feel I need to try. Mickey Dodo, please. Keep your sanity. Keep your sanity safe, don't do it. Just looking for some respawns right here. Here she is, Call of the Wild Vietnam, pretty much. Pretty much casual defeater. Yeah, you go there and you cannot come back the same, you know. Hirschfelden definitely changes you. Maybe there's something slightly possible with the feeders. Maybe, Mr. Warhawk. You know, I wanna think the feeders could be helpful to grind Red Fox on Hirschfelden, but it's unlikely because they are so spread out around the map that each feeder would attract maybe a couple of foxes, maybe 3 or 4 if you get lucky, but probably not more than that. And a lot of them aren't gonna attract anything. The problem is their response, because like their home range is the entire map. There are no spawn traps that we know of. So they are gonna continue respawning wherever they want. Jumping like crazy. If you try Fox on Hirschfelden, you need to put a picture of your receipt for therapy whenever you are done to. Right, Papa Swanson? Yeah, that thing is definitely sending us to therapy if we try it. And probably in the middle of the grind. Like, before even spawning it. You know, another Germany map could be interesting. But it wouldn't be my first choice by any means. Unless they put more focus on upland bears and that kind of stuff. Could be nice. But if they are gonna, include the same species we already have, I would say better save that effort for something with more exclusive animals. Yeah, and it would be the third Germany map, actually, because, yeah, as Spacery says, South-Wiesen is also Germany. However, South-Wiesen could have been better. South-Wiesen could have had more unique species, and I mean, it has a couple new dogs, but man, the upland bears, they could have added a lot more. I have a spawn trap for Fox on Hirschfelden. Which spawn trap? Is it the one on the bottom left? Just give me a second, guys. Gonna kill a couple of these guys. Nice hit. Not so good hits on those two. Well, they are still going down. Yeah, Eastern Europe could be very nice. Papa Swanson. Something like Romania. You know, a lot of people have been requesting a Romanian map, and it could have some interesting species. Sounds great, Big Rocky Muscle. Can't wait to see it. Yeah, a Japan map. That could be very, very nice. I don't know what kind of species we could see on Japan, though. Bro, what were your thoughts on a Grade 1 mountain goat? Grade 1 mountain goat? To be completely honest, I wouldn't be a fan of a Grade 1 mountain goat just because of how hard you'll be to grind them, you know, King Crab? They are not necessarily super hard to hunt, but they tend to inhabit very dense areas. So you'd be kinda similar to grinding for the tar, actually. Not a huge fan. I would prefer something easier like the Grade 1 elk or Grade 1 blacktail. And yeah, if they decide to give the goats another drink time, yeah, that would make it a lot easier. Yep, another Russian map. This time on the European part of Russia, that could be nice. Pretty sure there are plenty of animals right there. We need another map with mallard, whitetail, and red deer. Imagine, Spacery. You know, I'm imagining the Call of the Wild developers saying that with every single release. Like, that's literally what they think about. Alright guys, so we are thinking about the next map. Please share your ideas. Oh yeah, more mallard, more red deer, more whitetail. Yeah, exactly. Water buffalo would be sick. Yeah, a Grade 1 water buffalo would be nice. Hey Chopper, how are you, man? Grade 1 elk. Oh, a Grade 1 elk would be amazing. I'm sure you'll love it. We forgot to claim that guy over there. Include Wigeon in that category. Yeah. Yeah, Wigeon are on what, 3 maps? 4 maps already? So not too different. Welcome to the stream, Jacob. How are you? I think the next map is Wyoming. What could we hunt on Wyoming that we haven't seen so far? You know, guys, in my opinion, the only two scenarios where I would be happy getting another American map would be if it is either an American version of Revontuli Coast with multiple new upland birds, or a Texas ranch map. If we happen to get a Texas ranch map, there's an option to see multiple exclusive species, exotic species. So yeah, either that or a Revontuli Coast on America. Like, those are the only two maps that I would be happy getting on the United States, because I think we have plenty at this point. We're gonna go back to his tent to repeat the run. We could hunt whitetail on Wyoming. So it sounds like it's definitely gonna be Wyoming, Spacery. You know, whenever they choose maps, you know, I'm pretty sure the first things they check is, you know, look for places that have mallard, either mallard, red deer, or whitetail, as King Crab was saying. Any place that has any of those three species qualifies for the next map. Two easy kills. And I think those were the only two bugs on that zone. Okay. What mule deer combo do you think I'll get? Frostbite, you won't like this, but damn, I'm just having a feeling that you'll get the most wanted combo ever, which is the fungus rack plus the fabled stripe rack, the fabled stripe for I mean. So yeah, fabled stripe plus the fungus rack. And I hate to say it, but I mean, you asked me. I think that's what you're gonna get, and not sure if you'll be happy with that combo, because I personally hate it. Maybe a US map in the south with armadillos. I mean, that could be interesting, Red Cobra. Being able to hunt armadillos. Yeah, that kind of exotic species is what the game needs at this point, in my opinion. Because we already have most of the cool big game. However, we are really lacking on upland bears, really lacking on, you know, small species like the armadillos, that kind of stuff. You know, that's where the potential is. Skunks? Yeah, skunks. Skunks could be another nice one. Opossums, yeah. Yeah, all that kind of game could be very cool. You know, more subspecies for the badgers. Maybe seals. You know, if we happen to get an Arctic map. Walruses. Weasels. You know, that kind of stuff. Of course, squirrels. We're gonna go back to a main menu, and then we'll reset the time to hopefully get our response. I wouldn't wish the fungus rack to my worst enemy. Yeah, the fungus rack is just lame. I mean, it looks cool with some 4 types, but when you combine it with the fabled stripe 4 type, then yeah, that's something I wouldn't wish to anybody. $2. Plus it though as well. Damn, that one was low. We hit him twice. Let's see, nothing else over there. We also need more reptiles and aquatic species, in my opinion. I totally agree, Mr. Warhawk. Yeah, you know, now we have some aquatic species or semi-aquatic species like the beavers, which have nice swimming animations. So yeah, they could start adding that kind of stuff. Also, otters. Something like otters could be cool. Alaska map would be nice with a great one muskox. Oh yeah. Yeah, you are so right, Top Fisherman. Thank you for joining the stream, by the way. Nice to see you. Yeah, an Alaska map or northern Canada. That could be amazing. Jaguar in a South American map is what I think we'll get. You know, King Crab, you never know, could be. South American is another nice option. Could be the Amazon, could be something like that. Bro, if I get a fungus rack, I'm reporting you to Expansive Worlds. That is understandable, Papa Swanson. But they will reply to you saying the fungus rack is the best rack in the game, and they don't know what you're talking about. Great one, Toad. I mean, imagine getting something like giant toads at some point. Snakes as well. I think the mule deer combo you'll get is the classic rack and the dusky tree 4-type. I wouldn't mind that, Frostbite. You know, I definitely wouldn't mind getting that combo. I think could be nice. Hold up a second, there is a level 2 right there. Bro. Me not waiting to hold my breath, I mean. Cause of death, fungus rack. You know, if I was grinding for the mule deer and the grind was getting long, something like more than 8,000 kills, something like that, and I happen to get a fungus rack, I think my heart would suffer. I think something would happen to my heart due to a rage. So yeah, it could be a cause of death in some scenarios. Hello, Vivan. How are you, brother? Thank you for joining the stream. It is nice to see you again. Expansive Worlds wouldn't reply at all. Yeah, I can imagine they barely reply to the emails. Let's go here. Squirrels, and more specifically, fox squirrels, yeah. Yeah, that would be very cool addition. A lot of people would love to see squirrels on this game. Look at how many roe deer there are on that zone, guys. $6. I would botch a fungus rack on purpose, I'm not gonna lie. That would be crazy, Papa Swanson. But, you know, I would understand that. I would definitely understand that, because... Are you kidding me? What is this shooting? Damn. Yeah, that's fair, Papa Swanson. Not wanting the fungus rack is something that a lot of people would agree with. I would push a nearly shell rack if I get another. I have 5. Damn, Brian. You know, why don't you send me some? Because I haven't gotten that rack so far. I bought a cluster rack whitetail because it was the third one in a row after 6,500 kills. Pure pain. Damn. Third one in a row after 6,500 kills. Yeah, that's some rage-inducing luck. Fungus is not that bad. I mean, fungus is... It depends. I would say it depends on the combo. You know, with some fur types, it can be nice. But if you pair it with the stripe, with the fabled stripes, then it is actually terrible in my opinion. But I agree that it's not that bad with some fur types. The corkscrew is worse in my opinion. Is it the one that looks like a dried plant? Like a dry plant? Because that one is pretty sad as well. Yeah guys, honestly for the mule deer, not a huge fan of most of their racks. You know, some are cool like the non-typical. Also the other big one, forgot the name. But then you have like the ball sack rack. You know which one I'm talking about. You know, that one is... It would have been nice if it didn't have those things hanging down there. Weedy Bucket, welcome to stream. Thank you for joining us. How are you? 4 more bucks over there. Pretty sure those are respawns. Yeah, you know which rack I'm talking about. The sack rack, yeah. You know, I wonder why it was named the sack rack. Okay. Decent hits. Not great on the fourth one. Nice, we got it. Bro, that one just gave up right there. Yeah, the sack rack. As soon as I saw the promotional image for the Grey One mule deer, like, I saw a thing and I just started laughing, to be honest. I knew people were gonna name it something like that. You know, it reminds me to something funny I learned recently. You know avocados? The fruit? So the word avocado comes from a similar word that the native people here in Mexico used to use. And what that word used to mean was essentially testicle. It was a testicle fruit because of the shape. So yeah, that's where the word avocado comes from. Yeah, I mean, just the shape of the fruit. Yeah, I think the word, it was something like avocado. You know, it's hard to pronounce. But that was the word the native people here in Mexico used to call that fruit. And yeah, that's what it used to mean just because of the shape. No response over there so far. Hello, Shadow. Welcome to stream. How are you? Yeah, you are very right, Brian. I can definitely see why they would call him that. Look, we're gonna go to the main menu. Very happy to hear that, Walker Kingdom. I appreciate you saying that, and it's nice to see you. Hope you are doing well. Yeah, I've been also really enjoying doing these live streams. I think they are super chill. You know, the thing with the live streams is, you know, of course they are way quicker to do than a video, but, you know, when it comes to growing the channel, yeah, they don't produce nearly the same results, unfortunately. But maybe the only thing I need is to literally start streaming more often. Because that's the thing, of course, as a content creator, you know, the priority is to put your focus on things that actually produce growth for the channel. And a lot of people have a lot of success with the live streams, but so far, at least in my case, yeah, the growth has been slow. Like, just taking into consideration the growth produced by the live streams. And also the income is very inconsistent on that side. So yeah, my focus is the videos, but I still plan to stream very consistently just because of how much I enjoy it and how much I enjoy hanging with you guys. You know, I'm always very happy to see you here. Glad to hear, Shadow. I'm also doing very good. Just having fun here, grinding some Roe Deer. When is your next 7-day challenge video? Because I love those videos. It's gonna be next weekend, Frostbite. Probably on Saturday. Glad to hear you enjoy those videos. They are very fun to make. So yeah, the next 7-day challenge will be out next Saturday. And I'm also planning to upload another video tomorrow. It's first gonna be out members only. It's probably gonna be a grinding video. Bro. That one gave us some trouble. Sounds good, Spacery. Have a very good night. It was nice to see you here. Glad to hear, Brian. You know, I think the grinding streams are very chill. They are nice for getting to chat with you. But of course, the casual hunting streams, those are also very nice because that's more like the playstyle I like to use here on the Hunter. Just casually hunting around the maps, running and gunning, pretty much. But when it comes to getting to interact with you, I think the grinding streams are a bit better in that aspect. Which map, bro? New England Mountains, Mr. Warhawk. So yeah, it's gonna be New England Mountains 7-day challenge because I haven't done a 7-day challenge on that map in probably a couple years, I would say. Just waiting to get some response right here. There's a doe. We're gonna kill it just in case it was part of a pair. That'll do it. Just settled up on one lake for Red Fox. Which map are you grinding the fox on? Seriously, gaming? Don't tell me you are going to hear Sheldon. That would be insane. Super close from 2800 kills, I mean. Love the 7-day challenge videos. Happy to hear that, Brian. Yeah, I think the 7-day challenge videos are... I mean, for a long time, or for some months, they used to be the best performing videos on the channel. So I decided to make it a series, and yeah, I still plan to make them. They are very fun to make. It's great to play a different map every week, and people still seem to enjoy it. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna continue. That definitely sounds challenging. Hope you enjoy hunting the map. You know, I halfway through the video at this point. You know, it's 7-day challenge. I don't necessarily play the 7 days consecutively. You know, sometimes I play 2 days straight, then I take a break to do other things, then I play another 2 days until I complete the whole week. But so far it's been fun. I can definitely assure you that, Mr. Warhawk. Okay, finally some respawns. Level 1 and a female. Safe to say there is a pair. Nothing on this side. Terrible shot. We also hit a female, so she will go down. Lost my crown. Happy to see you, brother. How are you? Thank you for joining us. Sounds good. Seriously, gaming. Grinding Fox on Emerald Coast, that definitely sounds a lot easier than on Hirschfelden. Shouldn't we be expecting a teaser for the summer map within a month time? You know, I think the teaser will probably be released way earlier than in a month. At least in a couple weeks, I would say. Wouldn't be surprised if we get to see it next Tuesday, for example. If I figure out a way to get a home range for Fox on Hirschfelden, then I'll do it. That is the thing, because supposedly the bottom left region of the map is a spawn trap, but it's not a very consistent spawn trap. You have to do some work in order to make it consistent. And some people say you have to kill a certain amount of foxes on other parts of the map before the spawn trap turning consistent. You know, other people say it really depends on your own population, so based on your luck. So yeah, it's not a consistent spawn trap. That is the thing. Do you plan on making a video about the teaser? Yeah, Mr. Warhawk, whenever we get a teaser, I'm probably gonna make a video about it. Just a quick recap. And I'm excited about the new map. You know, it's gonna be great to be able to make guides, be able to make videos hunting the map, streaming. This time, it will actually be the first time I stream during a map release. Or at least I hope I'll be able to stream, if my voice lets me. So yeah, exciting times ahead, guys. No signs of any respawn right here. Gonna reset time. Glad to hear you are doing good. Lost my crown. Just did a 1-hour trophy challenge and didn't get any trophy. That's unfortunate. 246 scoring moves is all I got. Yeah, that's how it goes a lot of times. You know, it can be difficult to find trophies sometimes. Finally respawn. Just a level 2 bug. Nothing else? do a initial reaction video to the teaser. That could be cool. Big Rocky Muscle. Yeah, just, make the video while watching the teaser for the first time. Could be something that I do, honestly. It's a good idea. Bro, I think more videos regarding updates are refreshing from you because you offer more of a perspective than just from a grinding point of view. I appreciate you saying that, Red Cobra. And yeah, I think I'm gonna start doing more of those videos if I get a chance. Yeah, because for example, for past releases, I tend to do quick recaps of what is shown on the trailers and everything. But maybe I haven't done that super often on recent times. So yeah, I think that's something I could retake. Hello Darius, how are you, man? Yeah, long time no see. It's nice to see you on the stream. Give me a second, guys. Okay. Well, apparently we're having one of those sessions where the respawns are happening very slowly. They were being very consistent and fast a bit ago, but I guess we'll have to wait another 5 minutes. Let's just be patient. If Rocky I'll get a great one, you can use the bear spawn trap to grind them. Oh, that's cool, Top Fisherman. Yeah, because the Rocky Man and Elk share the same home range as the black bears. So yeah, I can see how the 4 legs would work for them. That could be nice. The great one is loading. Yeah, do you think this is a sign the great one is loading? Could be, guys. Yeah, sometimes the respawns just take more time than normal, and sometimes I even have to restart the game. Just gonna wait a bit more. Hello Joe, thank you for joining the stream. I'm doing very good. How are you? No luck today, we haven't gotten a single trophy, unfortunately. Just spawned my Great One Bear after 2 years of grinding. That's insane, Blue Star. Congratulations. What fur type did you get? Limit the Frog, welcome to the stream. How are you? Nice to see you. We're just here grinding Roe Deer, waiting for our respawns to happen, which are being very slow, unfortunately. Yep, no respawn so far. I think I'm gonna have to restart the game, guys. Just to make it quicker, because normally when I restart the game, they happen. Just so we don't have to wait another 20 minutes, because the respawn timer, like normally, is 20 minutes. But this leg is usually quicker. However, when it takes 20 minutes, yeah, we weren't gonna wait here. So yeah, just gonna restart the game real quick. It's opening. Just Steam didn't want to close it. Okay, so we're reopening the game right here. Let's see, guys. Let's see if we can get this great one today. We have nearly 100 kills today in nearly 2 hours. So we're doing good. Glad to hear you're doing good, Limit the Frog. Eating before I get on the grind. What are you gonna grind today? Gonna reset time. Great one within 3500. I'm calling it. Hopefully catch you defeater. That would be amazing. And there we go. Finally some respawns. Yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. Like sometimes for some reason the respawns just don't happen and you have to restart the game. Okay, so we have a female plus 3 males. Bro. Come on. He's gonna die. That is a different bug. 2 different bugs. We hit that one. Let's try to... Ooh, nice hit, guys. Perfect. And there are another 2 bugs over there. Beautiful. Hey, Red Cobra, thank you very much for becoming a member of the Pro Clan, brother. I really appreciate the support. Means a lot. Oh, and I'm seeing the little announcements there for the new members on the screen. They overlap with each other. I'll have to adjust their position. But yeah, thank you very much, brother. I really appreciate it. You know, we're gonna have some content for our members very soon. Some exclusive content. You know, it's nothing that will replace the actual videos. But yeah, I'm gonna start making some member exclusive videos that will be like scrapped content from other videos or some bloopers. You know, that kind of stuff. Something interesting. Been a subscriber for a long time. Time to support. I really appreciate you, brother. You know, it isn't necessary, but yeah, it means a lot. And yeah, whenever I see anyone that has been a subscriber for a really long time, you know, I have nothing else to say but thank you, because yeah, it's been a long journey, and you know, just thinking about people that have been following me for years is really encouraging, you know. You know, it's really motivating to know there are people out there that have enjoyed my content for years. Makes me very happy, brother. You've kind of been science sexy K lately. Yeah, I can see why, because of all the grinding guys, right? Limit the Frog. Yeah, you know, I've been putting more emphasis on grinding content recently, because I know a lot of people enjoy grinding, and I'm not saying the casual hunts aren't great to grow the channel, but I would say at this point, there's probably more people that are into grinding than into casual hunting. But I would say it's pretty seasonal. You know, during releases, when there's nothing going on, I would say casual hunting on random maps is more like the kind of content I would want to do. And whenever there are releases with great ones included, of course I'm gonna put more emphasis on the grinding part of the game, because that's what's hot at the moment. Where does XCK come from? That's a very good question, Big Rocky Muscle. You know, there's, as I always say, there's an official and a non-official answer to that question. The official answer is that it has a meaning, which is extreme critter killer. So it would be pro extreme critter killer. And well, there's a second definition which unfortunately I cannot say on this stream because it would be inappropriate. But if you go to the Call of the Wild chat inside my Discord and you go to the pinned messages, you scroll a lot of messages, you'll find the second definition somewhere right there. It's just something that I cannot say. It's the non-PR version. That's a very good way to put it, Mr. Rahok. The PR version is extreme critter killer, and the non-PR version is on the pinned messages inside the Call of the Wild chat on my Discord server. You'll have to scroll a lot though. Two more kills. Come on. We hit it. So 3 kills right there. It still shocks me to think that I started playing since COVID and how the community and the game has changed over that time. Right, Kaiju Defeater? Yeah, the COVID times were huge for the game because a lot of people were playing during that time. And also for my channel, you know, that was the time Raven Tully Coast was released, and that was the time I really started gaining a following, I would say, with the Raven Tully Coast videos. So that is another reason why I love Raven Tully Coast so much, just because of how important it was to grow my channel at some point, you know. It was a blast. 4 bucks over there. Oh yeah, did anybody already found the second meaning? Yeah, I'm seeing that Rocky Muscle probably already found it. I mean, that second meaning still has 2 meanings. I wish I were here for the Raven Tully release. Mr. Warhawk, it was amazing. You know, I would say it's the time where I've enjoyed a release the most. Because it was the first map that had so many upland bears, and at that time I was already loving hunting the pheasants and the bobwhite quails, you know. So yeah, seeing the hazel grouses, the black grouses, capercaillies, ptarmigans, that thing was really, really fun for me. It was so fun to make videos about it. We are missing shots like crazy today, guys. But 4 more kills. Rip to the red willow ptarmigan, Red Cobra. You are so right. The red willow ptarmigan is gone. And I cannot believe they replaced it for such a crappy rare. The Etheristics, they may be nice for some people, but in my opinion they are a very lackluster plumage. They essentially grabbed the bicolor for the males and made it a bit lighter. That was it. It's the same pattern. Yeah, you found it, Big Rocky Moss. Yeah, you went really deep into the pin section. Yeah, Kaiju Defeater, there are a lot of messages on that pin section and some questionable stuff as well. Kinda worried they will do the same for the Red Warhawks. Well, I would say there's no reason for them to replace the Red Warhawks because, you know, in the case of the Red Willow Ptarmigan, they actually had a reason, which was the addition of the red grouse. Because the red plumage for the ptarmigans and the red grouses look exactly the same. So their logic was, yeah, if we have this species that looks exactly the same as this plumage, then there's no reason for this plumage to exist, to not cause confusion. But it was still lame because it wasn't even exactly the same, since the red grouses have a different size. They are slightly bigger. But that was the reason. And I mean, it doesn't change the fact that the willow ptarmigans with their summer plumage look pretty much identical to the red grouses. So I don't think it was a good decision to remove them. Can't find pin messages. Frostbite, so you go to the Call of the Wild chat, and on the top right corner you'll see the icon of a pin. Those are the pin messages. Bro, I didn't think you were a pro for stuff like that. Yeah, a lot of times things happen on my Discord and I'm not there, and people let them. So yeah, there's some questionable stuff right there, but I mean, it's a chill place. We honestly aren't super strict with what people say and cannot say there, but still there's a limit, because a lot of people have crossed the line in the past, and yeah, if you cross the line, you are gonna get banned immediately. But when it comes to most stuff, like, I would say we're pretty relaxed. Yeah, right now it's a very chill Discord, but at some point it was getting a bit out of control, I would say. You know, at some point when it was super active, yeah, people were starting to say some very questionable stuff, and yeah, we had to put order. Like, at some point we had to ban a lot of people because, yeah, it wasn't a good look. Yeah, Red Cobra, I totally agree. You know, by that logic, the pink fur type for the boars, you know, it shouldn't even be a rare. Or for the feral pigs. Joined 2 years ago and I only use your hotspots. You know, that's totally fair, Limit the Frog. I'm very aware most people just join my Discord because of the hotspot maps, and I mean, that's fair. That's the reason why I made the server in the first place. By the way, for anyone wondering, you will see that on the bottom left of the screen there's a little chat right there. And yeah, for some reason it displayed only the first 4 messages that were sent, and then it stopped updating. Then I tried to remove it, it didn't work. So yeah, now we're stuck with that little chat box in the bottom left. Just don't pay attention to it, I'll fix it for the next stream. Because this overlay is completely new to me. So yeah, I still need to optimize some stuff to make it work properly. And some of you may not remember, but it isn't the first time I used this overlay. Because I saw many of you were surprised, but you know, I think the first time I used it was on the first time we grinded for Wild Boars. So a couple months ago. By that time, a lot of things about it were broken. You know, I still haven't seen if it's displaying the alerts for the subscribers. You know, because I saw it displayed an alert for the members, but not for the subscribers. Hello there, thank you for joining the stream. How are you? It's nice to see you. You should do Twitch too. You know, I've thought about it, Limit the Frog. Definitely thought about it, and I think it could be fun. You know, doing Twitch plus YouTube, streaming at the same time. You know, could be interesting. Hello, Clayton. How are you, man? It's nice to see you. It's been a while. Thank you for remaining as a member for 7 months. Damn, it's been already 7 months. That's crazy. Thank you for your support, brother. You know, I think, yeah, because King Crab has also remained as a member for 7 months, so you pretty much became a member at the same time as King Crab. Which makes me think I started streaming 7 months ago. Probably. It's been a long time. Glad to hear you are doing good, brother. I'm also doing good. Thank you for joining us. Level 1 over there. He's down. Twitch is a good time. Yeah, I would have to check it out because I've never streamed on Twitch. But I know it has some advantages. Do you still remember the first stream where you got a level 8 melanistic brown bear? Yeah. Yeah, that was my first ever stream, Mr. Barhog. I really remember that one. That was first ever stream. You know, I remember we got a lot of members and subscribers that day. Like, a lot of people were excited because, yeah, at that point I was uploading videos for at least 4 years. And it was my first stream on 4 years. So yeah, I can definitely understand why people were excited about that one. Yeah, it was a very, very nice day. You know, I remember that I had no idea that level 8 was a melanistic. You know, I was chasing it because it was a max estimate, and I thought it could have been a level 9. Then we showed it, and when we claimed it, we realized it was a melanistic, which was insane. There is another level 1, plenty of level 1s right here, guys. They are everywhere. We hit him on the neck, I think? Bro. Ooh, nice hit. Emerald Coast is there at the moment. Are you grinding anything on Emerald Coast, Big Rocky Muscle? Or are you talking about not a lot of people playing it? When I finally announced the memberships, that makes sense, Clayton. Yeah, I remember that. I think I did a community post. I think the Great One Roe Deer was way off my radar. I was very surprised by the addition, honestly. Honestly, same, Red Cobra. Because I thought they were gonna do the elk this time, but seeing it was the Roe Deer was definitely surprising. But I would say it's a very nice looking Great One. None of the furs is bad, and the racks are very nice looking, in my opinion. You know, my problem with the Roe Deer, whenever I saw the Roe Deer was gonna be the Great One, was that, you know, for me, it was looking like a very difficult grind because we didn't know much about Roe Deer spawn traps. Like, we had no idea. 2 servers up for you. Damn. You know, Emerald Coast used to be very active on multiplayer, so Yeah, hearing that there are only 2 servers open at the moment, that's surprising. You know, I imagine Silver Ridge Peaks is still the map with the most servers open. Maybe Borjonga Savannah as well. Okay guys, we're gonna main menu, reset the time, and continue grinding for a bit more. What are spawn traps? So, in simple terms, a spawn trap is, you know, a region of the map or a part of the map where the respawns are very consistent. So, for example, in the case of this lake, this part of the lake is a spawn trap because every single roe deer you kill here is gonna respawn within this same part of the lake. That is a spawn trap. It's an area where the respawns continue happening inside of it. You know, hopefully I didn't make it too confusing. SRP is sadly still somehow full of servers. Yeah, people like SRP, is very popular. What do you think is the most underrated and overrated map on Call of the Wild? You know, I would say the most underrated map, I would say it has to be Revontuli Coast. Frostbite. Revontuli Coast, because for me it is the best map in the game, but not a lot of people like it, or not as many as me. So yeah, for me that is the most underrated. Now the most overrated, it has to be New England Mountains. Because I hate it. I think... No, I don't hate it, but I think it's the worst map by far. I think the species lineup is lame. But it's still loved by some people. So I would say that makes it overrated. But that is just my opinion, you know? Did you find a spawn trap on Hirschfelden? Limit the Frog. So we're testing a supposed spawn trap on Hirschfelden. I mean, we're still testing it, but it hasn't been nearly as consistent as we are thinking it would be. Because I didn't discover it. It was discovered by another player who already has like 3,000 kills there. But I haven't been able to make it work the same as it's been working for him. So maybe it's gonna take us more time. But the thing is, we still cannot call it a spawn trap, you know? Gonna need more work. And be sure that if I make it work, I'm definitely gonna make more videos about it and possibly a guide. Top 3 map for me. You know ball, Mr. Warhawk. I would say Revontuli Coast is definitely a top 3 map. Just found a troll feral goat. Yeah, that's... You basically go to Emerald Coast or to troll... No, what you call it? Or to Scotland. And there's always gonna be a troll feral goat. At least that's how it is for me, you know? They are so common. Have you considered doing the solo mule deer method on the Bear Lakes for SRP? Could be interesting, Limit the Frog. May work. Yeah, that could work very, very good. When are you going to do the face reveal? Frostbite, I did a face reveal last week on my Discord server. So you might have missed it. But in case you missed it, you know, I may show the picture right here for a bit. Just for anyone that still wants to see my face and miss that face reveal. Because if you go to the announcement sections on my Discord server, you'll see a picture there. Two more roe deer over there. We're gonna go claim this one first. Doing a mule deer grind on SRP. 1900 kills in, nice. Doing some nice progress, top fisherman. Hopefully your great one spawns soon. The issue with mule deer for me on ASCII was how much they jumped around. Is wild. Yeah, it sounds like that's way harder than the grind I've been doing on Parque Fernando. You know, hopefully you can get it to a point where it's more consistent. Red Cobra. Let's see, 3 bucks right there. Bro, we hit it. Yeah, he's gonna go down. Pro was secretly cutie all along. Yeah, seems like people enjoy the face reveal. Probably a bit too much. Let's see, there was another bug that actually started running this way. There's another level 2, possibly a respawn. Plus another 3 bugs right there, also respawns. Perfect. I have to challenge you. Black Bear Grind on Mississippi Acres. There is a 4-5 leg method in the bottom right. Huh. You know, I didn't know about it. So that sounds like something I may try, to be honest. Because getting a grade 1 black bear on Mississippi, that could be very nice. Yeah, thank you for sharing that with me, Limit the Frog. You know, that's something I would be interesting about. We just got oral response right here. Perfect. So 3 more kills. Just gonna wait a bit. Curious to see how herd management with the park strat works. You know, if you manage to herd manage after overloading the bottom left corner map with only solos, yeah, that would become an absolutely crazy grind, because yeah, it's like you'll be spawning diamonds every 10 kills on a single lake, and yeah, that would actually become the craziest way to grind a mule deer. The thing is that herd management park could be hard. Would take a lot of time, but it's definitely doable. So it's 1, 2, 3. Perfect. I love when someone does a grade 1 grind on an obscure map, like Muley's on Parque. Yeah, I think it's fun. You know, I think it's fun to try grinding maps that aren't as popular as the others. Something different, something refreshing. There is another respawn. Nice hit. You look like how I thought you would look like. Well, hopefully that's a good thing, Frostbite. You are gonna say, I look Mexican. You can also grind Grey Fox down there, but they don't have a grade 1 as of now. Yeah, that's the thing. But for Blackbird, you know, having to grind only 4 or 5 lakes on Mississippi, that sounds great. So is the lakes on the bottom left, you said? Just gonna claim this too. For me, getting diamonds every couple of kills is kinda annoying, because it ruins getting a diamond for that species. You get so much, nothing is really unique for that species at a certain point. I agree, Kaiju Defeater. Yeah, once you start getting diamonds every 10 kills, like that, yeah, diamonds become just nothing. They lose all their value. Bottom right. Oh, I see. The lakes on the bottom right. Yeah. Yeah, those lakes are actually very open. So that sounds like something I'll be doing, to be honest, Limited Frog. That sounds like a very nice way to grind the blackbirds. Have you tried it? Two more kills. Those are alert. Another 2 kills. We also hit that one, surprisingly. Okay. So 5 kills in total on these 2 zones. Yeah, that's totally normal. It's you get burned out of hunting the same animal over and over. It's like for the Roe Deer. Yeah, I already have like 30 diamonds on this grind. And yeah, at this point I'm no excited at all about getting a diamond. Unless it's a really huge diamond. Like something above 87, that would actually be exciting. But other than that, it's like, meh. Are you ever gonna grind the white-tailed deer again? Yeah, Frostbite, at some point I plan to go back to grinding the white-tail because I'm still missing my 3rd grade one to complete the horror. So yeah, at some point, I cannot say when, because I don't know. But I wanna think, you know, they'll get a remaster relatively soon. So whenever they get a remaster, I'm definitely grinding them. I see female plus a couple more bucks. Might even have a setup for you. Oh, that would be great, Limited Frog. You know, if you could share an image on Discord, I would really appreciate it. That would be very helpful. On the bot. Also on the bot. And also on the bot. Bro. We're gonna focus on the 4 bucks that are over there. Let's see. That one is big, eh? Really big, but I don't think it has the diamond rack, so we're still gonna shoot it with the 300. There is 2. 3. That one is very alive. Damn, we missed. Okay. So 3 more kills. I have Moose setup on Revontuli. Where do you suggest I grind the whitetail? I would say you should go to Layton Lake, Mr. Rahawk. Whitetail deer on Layton Lake, that sounds very exciting. That's where I got my first grade one. We forgot to claim a couple over there. So yeah, guys, we have managed to kill like a bit more than 100 Roe Deer today. Can't complain at all, getting close to 3,000 kills. And I think we're gonna do the same on our last stream. You know, I was planning to stream the last Saturday, but unfortunately I couldn't because I got busy that day. But yeah, this next Saturday, I'm actually gonna have time to stream and probably gonna be grinding. Pheasants are super underrated in my opinion, the grind. Yeah, it seems to be a fun grind, especially on Salzwiesen Park. You could maybe grind the birds on feeders over there. That sounds like a good option. Limit the frog. Yeah, birds on feeders on Mississippi. That sounds like an interesting option. I would have to try it. Super excited to see the teasers coming up. Same. You know, really excited to see what kind of map we'll get this time. Hopefully Africa 2.0, but I doubt it. I've gotten around 255 diamond fallow deer so far along my grind. That's a lot of diamonds. Still plenty entertained. You know, that's great to hear. It's amazing to hear that you are still enjoying the grind despite grinding for so long. How many kills have you gotten so far, by the way? I think the whitetail need new Trurox and a new model really bad. I completely agree, especially a new model because yeah, they aren't the most realistic looking species by any means. A lot of people complain about the whitetail not looking realistic enough. I feel if it's Africa 2.0, we'll know by the first teaser. Safe to say we're actually gonna know by the first teaser. Just looking at the terrain, pretty much. Two more kills. Hello, Matt. Thank you for joining us. How are you, man? Can confirm the feeders will work, but the 4 legs do. That's what matters. You know, as long as the legs are consistent, that'll make a huge difference. Ooh, some bugs over here, look. Nice hit. Another one over there. Decent size level 2. Nice hit. And we also hit that one, so 3 more kills. 4,100 kills for fallow so far, approximately. That's been a long grind, Leshive. How many great ones? Seems like you really have managed to hard manage them. Let's see, guys. Another level 2. Let's make sure to drop it right here. Good hit. Troll Rusa there. Damn. Troll Coast being Troll Coast. That's unfortunate, big rocky muscle. 5 great ones and 4 super rares so far. That's insane, Leshive. You have been having an amazing grind, huh? You have an average of 1 great one in less than 1,000 kills. A map like Mississippi could really use an optimal great one grind. Yeah, Mr. Warhawk. And I would say it needs it because it's not popular due to not being super easy to grind for the great ones. So if there's a spawn trap in the map that no one knows about, for example this one on the bottom right that Limit the Frog is talking about, that could be game changing. could really revitalize Mississippi. Great to hear, Matt. Great to hear you are doing good. Hunted crocs, but then I got attacked by Banting, but only found one of them. My weapons and the animals vanished into thin air. That's unfortunate. I imagine you got disconnected from the session if you are playing multiplayer. I've gotten 3 great ones and all 4 of my supers within the past 1900 kills. That's insane. 3 great ones in 1900 kills plus 4 supers. I mean, the supers are, I guess, normal because of the extreme herd management you've been doing. But yeah, 4 great ones is very, very lucky. Congratulations. There is a pair. Let's make sure to shoot it. It would be great to see a deer species get non-typicals that aren't great ones. Right, Red Cobra? Yeah, we really need non-typicals in Call of the Wild. Something similar to what Classic has, you know? Because I think one of the best things about the Hunter Classic is the non-typicals and all the variations on the non-typicals. So something similar that randomly appears on the map, man, that would be very interesting. Let's shoot a pair. One more kill. I see, Matt. So single player. Well, it is strange that your weapons disappeared. Right. Imagine a diamond with a drop time rack or something. Yeah, imagine non-typicals with a diamond score. How crazy would that be? Yeah, I think the game really needs something like that. That would be very, very refreshing. Come on. There'll be 3 more kills because we hit them all. Yeah. Fallow Deer also got 3 more rare fur types, so supers are a bit less rare, but even still my luck has been so good. Yeah, that makes sense. I imagine the more rare fur types they have, the more common they become. Maybe. Nice hits. Yeah, non-typicals would give us a lot of very unique trophies. Something else to look for, which at this point is something very needed. Because great ones, diamonds, supers, that's getting a bit old, I'm not gonna lie. So having another thing to look for like non-typicals, that could be very exciting. Sounds good, Keijo Defeater. Whitetail and Layton sounds very exciting. But yeah, guys, we're just gonna claim this last box we shot, and we're gonna call it for today. We're gonna conclude the stream. I would say it was a very fun stream. Unfortunately, we couldn't get a single trophy today, nor a single great one. But still, more than 100 kills, not too bad. In a couple hours, pretty much. And I'm really gonna do my best to stream earlier the next time. Hopefully on Saturday, maybe on Friday. But yeah, the next time I stream, I'ma stream earlier. I think that'll be nice because more people are gonna be able to join us. You know, some people that are on different time zones. Hello, chill guy. Thank you for joining us. You know, we're about to conclude the stream, but still nice to see you. But yeah, guys, that is gonna be pretty much it for today's stream. Really happy about, you know, seeing all your texts, seeing all your messages. It's always a blast getting to interact with you. And yeah, I'll see you on the next stream. By the way, for all the people asking what happened to the face reveal, just make sure to go to my Discord server, go to the announcement section, and the picture is there. I may do a community post, honestly, on my YouTube, just for everyone that missed it. This is Cuatro Colinas, chill guy. Yeah, this is Cuatro Colinas grinding for the Roe Deer. But that is gonna be it for today. I hope I see you all on the next stream, guys. I hope you'll have a very good night, and I'll see you on the next one.